Here's an ACT math question number 49. Not quite sure what test it's on. Maybe someone can tell me. Which of the following values is equal to the remainder when this polynomial expression is divided by x minus 1? If x minus 1 is the factor, I set it equal to 0, and x equals 1. The value of x is 1. So I could plug that in. One thing I could do is graph it, and if I see x equals 1 is one of the zeros where it crosses the x-axis, then I would know that the remainder is 0. When the remainder is 0, that thing is a factor of the polynomial. So I'd be able to tell that by graphing it, but if it wasn't a 0, thus the remainder wasn't equal 0, then I'd have more work to do. So I'd rather do that work now so that I don't have to do an extra step. So I'm going to plug x equal 1 into this. Whatever the result is, that's going to be the remainder. Again, if it's 0, that means x minus 1 is a factor. So I'm going to put 1 to the 7th minus 1 to the 6th minus 2 times 1 to the 4th plus, it's supposed to be a 4, 2 times 1 to the 3rd plus 2 minus 1. And 1 to any power is 1, so this is 1 minus 2 times 1, which is minus 2, plus 2 times 1. This is supposed to be a 1 here. I just noticed that it's plus 1x, not plus 2x. So it's plus 1 minus 1. Why didn't someone point out that mistake? I was testing you. 1 minus 1 is 0. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. The remainder is 0. Now you could also do a little bit longer way, it'll take a little bit more time, is to do synthetic division. So I write down what x equals, make a little box like this, and then I put all the powers of x. I can't skip any. So the coefficients of all the powers of x. 1x to the 7th minus 1x to the 6th. There is no x to the 5th, so that's 0. Minus 2x to the 4th plus 2x to the 3rd. There is no x squared, so that's 0. Plus 1x minus 1. I didn't make that mistake again. I didn't put a 2 there. Okay, carry down the first one. 1 times 1 is 1. Negative 1 plus 1 is 0. 1 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 times 0 is 0. Negative 2 plus 0 is negative 2. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. 1 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Negative 1 plus 1 is 0. The last number is the remainder. Once again, the remainder is shown to be 0. The answer to this question is C. And did you know 0 is my hero? My hero 0. What a funny little hero. But till you came along, we counted on our fingers and toes. Now you're here to stay. And nobody really knows how wonderful you are. Why we could never reach the stars without you, 0. My hero, how wonderful you are. Okay, I made a little mistake in the song, but I still got it out. Anyway, the answer is C, 0, either by plugging in the value for x or synthetic division will give you the same answer.